Turning now to Stormwatch 12 meteorologist Josh Colbert. On this New Year's Eve, what kind of day should we be expecting?
Well, before I get into that, why don't you ask me the question about the phrase again?
Oh, okay. What kind of phrase did you use for today?
It ain't what it used to be. That's a Kanye West lyric there for your Friday morning. But yeah, it's not what it used to be. We're not seeing the snow accumulations that we once did earlier this week, but we are just tracking some light snow showers along the Cascade Ridgeline. And then this little area of snow that is traversing Interstate 5 right now. So that might be a little bit of a tricky commute, but the good news, at least within the Rogue Valley proper, is that the temperatures are above freezing. So we're not really expecting much in the way of travel being impeded within the Rogue Valley. But of course, near Siskiyou Summit, some of that snow will stick. So here's a look at some of those winter weather advisories. We have them in place for Jackson County above 2,500 feet, as we could have just a few more inches of snow accumulate until 10 a.m. And then for the east side, we're not really expecting much in the way of big time snow accumulations, but we are expecting those winds to gust out of the northwest up to 45 miles per hour. So we could definitely have blowing snow on the table there. Let's paint the picture today on Stormcast for the last day of 2021. And by the time we get to lunchtime, we're not ruling out additional snow showers forming within the west side valleys. And again, I said this a little bit earlier in the show, but really the key quadrant today is going to be to the west of the Cascades and to the north of the Siskiyous. We still could have a few snow showers on the east side, but most of the precip is going to be in that little sector. And then as we head into the evening hours, everything starts to wind down. It'll be the east side where we could have a few more snow showers left over. But then by the time we transition into the new year, it's looking pretty clear, at least on the east side, very cold. That's going to be the big story as we head into tonight. And then the first day of 2022 should be fairly pleasant in relation to the weather that we had earlier in the week. Now, planning out your day in the Rogue Valley hour by hour, we're only warming up into the mid-30s, but the good news is that we stay above freezing, at least for the time frame in which all that snow is going to move through, so we're not really expecting accumulations or travel impacts within the Rogue Valley. But then for tonight, temperatures, they take a nosedive. Fog returns to the Rogue Valley, and that's where we could have freezing fog to deal with. So some of those accumulations that we're looking at, just a few inches there in the Cascades, maybe an inch or two there at Siskiyou Summit as well. So for today, the big story, the winds on the east side, they could gust anywhere between 25 to 35 miles per hour. That'll contribute to blowing snow. And then the other big story, just how cold we're going to be. Similar to yesterday, 30s and 20s on the east side, 30s up and down the Rogue Valley and the Shasta Valley, then in the mid-40s there along the coast in Curry County. For tonight, I mean, this is just ridiculous on the east side. 2 degrees is the forecasted low for Klamath Falls. 3 degrees is the forecast low for Lakeview. So bundle up, guys. That's the best advice I have for you. Now, as we look at the weather exactly at midnight in the Rogue Valley, it's going to be very cold as we head into 2022, and then the start of 2022 will also be extremely cold in the mid-30s. The good news is that your holiday travel should be good on Saturday and Sunday, but the next storm system rolls through Sunday night. Going into Monday morning, that's when conditions could get treacherous once again on some of those mountain passes. So let's take a look at your full 7-day forecast along the coast. We clear out by the time you get to Saturday, but then rain chances increase and winds increase later in Sunday. That becomes more of an inland problem as we head into Monday and Tuesday. And the snow levels are looking like they're going to be around 4,000 to 4,500 feet Monday into Tuesday. So we could definitely have more accumulating snow, more blowing snow on the east side. But as we get later and later into the week, it looks like those snow levels are going to rise around 6,000 feet. So it'll mainly just be a mountains event, but we could have significant accumulations up in the mountains. Then for the Rogue Valley next week, it looks like it's just going to be all rain, a cold rain, and very windy conditions.
So a lot of changes we've seen lately. So if I had to choose a song lyric, I would say, as Drake would say, nothing was the same.
Perfect.
All right. Thanks, Josh.